Hi friends, may I share with you a recent insight that came up in my meditation practices, and now I feel like it's been a missing key and a very important foundation um, for not only a powerful mindfulness practice, but actually for creating fulfilling life and relationships, not from the default programming and patterns of a subconscious mind, but from the state of inner union. And I call this state that I was kind of dropped into and kind of rised into simultaneously, I call it the sacred union within. And it's that alchemical marriage of your inner feminine and inner masculine. It's like that union of Shiva and Shakti, those divine masculine and feminine energy. As any of the transformational practices, this practice will take some energy, so you will need extra prana and extra alignment. So I suggest you start with your regular yoga or breath work, because that's really important. You need to fill up yourself with that life force energy. So this sacred union within state feels like a container, like an energetic container where masculine contains the feminine and then feminine contains the masculine, and together it gives the rise to a new type of consciousness, which feels, I don't know, the way I describe it, it feels like lovedom. It's like a contained expansion. It's that sense of expanding love, but it's kind of like contained, so you feel this is your state of power. This is your state where you can see everything so clear and with so much love and compassion. I was just looking at all my ancestral programs on my regular patterns, and also the patterns of my inner masculine and feminine energies, and what I realized that my masculine and feminine are pretty much at war. And then I was also thinking, you know how Jung says that until we make unconscious conscious, it will run our lives and we'll call it phase. So that's also what's happening with the world right now. So I don't know if you're like me, also feeling kind of powerless and helpless, observing what's happening with people suffering so much, and I feel like I cannot really do anything. I felt until I recognized this within myself. It's like, wow, that's something I can do, because that inner war, that would manifest the outer war. So yeah, what I realized that my actual regular real life state is very different from that sacred union container. So then I was starting to connect to different those divine masculine qualities, like strength, drive, protection, purpose, and so on. And then also separately with divine feminine qualities like flow, softness, nourishment. And then I wanted to see how they relate to each other, and it was like the magic was happening there. They were just kind of interweaving those energies. The masculine started to feel more appreciated and even more on purpose and more trusted, and feminine started to be even more relaxed and softer and more flowing and safe. It's very important. So yes, I feel like this is, at least for me, this is, I think, the most important practice to work on right now. Because again, I think I've been focusing a lot on that Shakti energy, divine feminine, and it's beautiful and fun, but can only go so far if you don't really contain those energy with your own inner Shiva. I added a bit of tantric component to that, and that really energized that whole state. It really felt like divine love, and it felt like being turned on by life and relaxed into the flow and also so much clarity. And yeah, I just found that this is the state from which I really didn't want to come out from that state. Something took me out from that state where I was kind of pissed, because I was like, okay, this is my new normal. I am not, nothing gonna take me out of that. And then one message from somebody I cared, and it took me out. So now I understand, okay, that's not just a given state. This is a practice, and this is given me to cultivate for myself and hopefully for others as well. So I'm actually so excited about this. I am creating a webinar, and also I will add this type of meditations to my Kundalini yoga practices. I think especially if you come to Kundalini yoga, you'll get the foundation of the pranic energy, right? Because they said for transformation we need that extra prana. So we'll get the yoga going first, pranayam, meditation, and then I'll invite you to connect to those Shiva Shakti energies within and see if you can also rise up into this love down